Okay, this video is going to be the first video I make about estate sales. I very rarely go to estate sales because they're so far away. I can never find any close by. But I just found one that was only 10 blocks from my house. So I made a point to go to this one. Even though I looked at the pictures and I couldn't find anything that really appealed to me, I just felt the need to go. So I was number 8 on the list. So the first most important thing I found was this. And I actually had to call this estate company and ask them, well, where are your price tags? They said, we don't use price tags. You just pick the stuff you want and hopefully you'll agree with the prices we quote. And I thought, that sounds very strange because I've been going to estate sales for 40 years and I've never had to deal with that situation. And the first thing I brought to the table was this. And she said, okay, how about $50? And I said, what? I can't even get $50 for that in my antique shop. So she finally, after negotiating first, she said, okay, 35, I don't even remember, it might have been 40. I said, well, that's still kind of high, but what the heck, I'll just take it and I'll make up for it on the rest of the items I get. So I was the first one to get into this one particular small room, and they had a bunch of records in this box. And so I thought, okay, well, records, now that's something I understand. Not an expert on them, but I understand them. So anyway, I just started grabbing them and looking at them for 2 seconds each, because this was a race, of course. Being at an estate sale, the first 5 minutes is definitely a race situation. So that is in mint condition. It still has the wrapper on it, I guess you would say. And of course, all the people 55 to 75 years old are familiar with the show. So anyway, I got all these records for $10. Okay, I'm just looking at them for the first time, really, because I only looked at them for like 2 or 3 seconds each. I don't even know what this is. 10cc. The original soundtrack? I don't know, but I just figured for 50 cents it was worth it. We got a bunch of Elvis. Now Elvis is still pretty popular, so yeah, that's about 1982. Of course, I didn't examine each record to see if they had scratches on them either. I just assumed that they were in good shape. Bill Cosby. Yeah, he's a controversial guy. Diana Ross. Well, it looks like it's in mint condition and it's a double album, so for 50 cents, yeah, I'll take it. Chris Christopherson. I don't really know him, but I remember some of his music from the late 70s. Survivor. I don't really know that, but it has a classic early 80s look to it. And Power Station. Yeah, it's another early 80s. I mean, I just saw something on Facebook about this band yesterday. That one guy from Duran Duran is in it, is all I remember. And this one, the Bee Gees. It's a giant, thick double album. It's got like, what kind of material is that anyway? Fuzzy stuff? I don't know. I forget what they call that, but that's only half of them. Neil Diamond. Well, I just have to hope somebody else likes that. Oh my God. I didn't even see that one. I looked so quick. I just picked it because it was Elvis. That is a super classic album cover. The condition looks a little bit rough, but I hope I'll be able to do good on that one. There's another one that's kind of rough. Okay, the Cars. They used to be my favorite band in the late 70s, but when this album came out, I stopped liking them because it just became too commercial. The sound changed too much from the first two albums. It just wasn't for me. It was just way too bubblegum pop sounding. Okay, I know Cat Stevens is a very classic album. Another Elvis album that's been well used. These Elvis albums must have been listened to about 500 times each because they are really showing some signs of wear. I just have to hope they're not scratched. This one looks in pretty good shape. I don't even know what this is. I just grabbed it just because some record collectors tell me that you want to go for the unusual records, not the super common ones, but I usually do quite well with the super common ones. Anyway, I'm not familiar with this one either. Another good Elvis album. And the Carpenters. Well, it has an interesting closure to it. And it's in very nice shape, so I assume I get these for about 50 cents each. I don't even know how many I have. At least 20 of them. The best of the Bee Gees. Before they became famous? Before they started their disco sound? I think so. Okay, the last one is the Moody Blues. It's a double album. Okay, moving on to this random letter opener knife. I just bought it because I liked it and I figured I'd get a good deal on it, and I did. It was only $1. And then in the garage I got this. It's sort of like a rasp. It's a great woodworking tool. It was only $1 as well. Now we're getting into magazines. I don't even know why I got that one. I was very quickly going through and getting stuff. I don't even know why I got that one either. I just bought these because there are a lot of 80s memories here. G.I. Joe stuff. I didn't even see these. I swear I didn't even notice those ones, but some of these I definitely did pay close attention to. Okay, the Pink Panther, I know that's fairly classic. Now this is one that I bought because I just know the Dukes of Hazzard is a very popular subject. And this one I bought because same thing. Actually I have two of these. This one's got writing on the cover, but still. I think Dukes of Hazzard is so popular that it'll sell anyway. And Popeye, super classic, but the people who know Popeye are probably dying off now because Popeye was around in the 40s. I don't even know what this is. This is 1971 from Disney World. That's got to sell for something. The A-Team. Okay, the rest is wrestling magazines. Not a wrestling fan myself, but I figured somebody else would be, and I'll probably make some money off of these. Especially since they're from 1988. This one is 87. Somebody ripped the face off of that guy. 1988. Was this before Hulk Hogan? The only wrestler I know of? because he's the most famous one in the history. I didn't even know I got this one. Is that Hulk Hogan right there? I think so. I think that's him right there too. Well, coming to an end. Another one I didn't really want. I was just racing because being at an estate sale, the first 5 minutes is a bunch of people running around trying to grab the stuff as fast as possible. So sometimes make mistakes. But of course, I'll probably make money on all of this stuff anyway. But that's it for this one. So until next week,